Hi, I'm Katie Simple from I'mInYourInternetMarketing.com, and I'm doing my first ever video blog for actually about the 5,000th time because every time I shoot this thing, either I mess up or the baby wakes up or the camera starts to die or something happens. And so I'm hoping that this will be the final shot and I will get all the way through it this time. I'm not stopping for anything except maybe if the baby wakes up. The subject that I wanted to talk with you about today is dealing with criticism. I've noticed several different blogs in the past week or two where people were talking about criticism in one way or another. And I wanted to share with you a technique that I've used in the past to help me deal with criticism in a way that makes me feel stronger and come through the whole situation as a better person. Usually, when you have criticism, it comes from one of two places. Either the person who's criticizing you is genuinely trying to be helpful, they're trying to give you a critique of some things that you can do to improve, or they're coming from a place where they're trying to prove that they're better than you in some way. Maybe they're trying to feel stronger or bigger themselves by making you weaker. Regardless of what the person's intention is, a lot of times the criticism will it will make you feel less confident. A lot of times it will actually hit you almost like a physical attack, and your adrenaline will start pumping. You may feel angry, like how dare this person say this to me, or you may feel a little bit scared, like how can they possibly see through me and see these weak points. Your self-confidence may be shaken. And the problem comes when you react from those emotions that you're feeling. When you let those emotions control you, and you may lash out at the person who's criticizing you. You may decide to throw in the towel and never do whatever it is that you are being criticized about ever again. Basically, you're thinking from your emotions instead of from your logic. And all of those things really will affect your self-confidence and really will make you feel like you're a weaker person. The trick is to get past those emotions, to kind of do some deep breaths, go walk it off, maybe go rant to a trusted friend, get it all out of your system, and then stop and look at the criticism from an objective perspective. Sometimes the criticism will just be so silly that really there's nothing you can do but just, shrug and move on with your life. But usually the criticism that affects you the most emotionally is the kind of criticism that has truth in it. And maybe it's something that you've been afraid of, or that is a weak area and you are hoping people wouldn't notice. And that kind of criticism is usually the hardest to deal with from an emotional perspective. But what you need to do is get past those emotions and look and find the truth in the criticism. When you find the truth, that gives you something that you can change. It gives you something that you can work on, something that's within your control that you can turn around. And so even if the criticism was intended to undermine your self-confidence, by taking that control and by making those changes, it actually gives you more confidence. It gives you a feeling of strength, because you're not letting your fears or your areas where you might have a weakness, you're not letting those control you. So, and also you're not letting the person who's criticizing you control you, because they're not able to make you feel weaker if you take control and you find the truth in the criticism and you make changes. So what I want to encourage you to do today is, when you're criticized, first of all, like I said, take some deep breaths, go walk it off, and get to a point where you can look at the criticism objectively. And then second, find the truth in the criticism, if it's there, and use those truths to make changes and to make yourself feel stronger. if the person who is criticizing you was doing it as a means to help you, then you can go ahead and let them help you. If they were doing it as a means to cut you down or to make you weaker and make themselves stronger, by turning that around, you are actually going to make yourself the strong one, not them. So I encourage you to use your criticism for your own benefit. No matter what the intention behind it was, use it for your own benefit and make yourself into a strong person. And that's it. That's my first video blog. I'd love some criticism, so if you would like to share with me what you think or any suggestions for improvement, I would love to hear it. And that's all for me today. Bye.